Hello friends, welcome to yet another fascinating video of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and friends, in today's video I am gonna give you best spoken English practice tips. So it is my earnest request to all of you to watch this video carefully to learn all the best spoken English practice tips I'm gonna discuss today. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait friends, immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification of this type of informative video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So friends, welcome back once again to this fascinating video on best spoken English practice tips. And as I have promised, today I am gonna give you the best spoken English practice tips. So before I go ahead, let me quickly inform all of you that I have provided some more important videos on English conversation practice and some latest practice techniques in the description. If you want to learn some more interesting techniques, do not forget to check the links given in the description. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. So friends, as I have promised, in today's video I'm going to discuss the best spoken English practice tips you can use to enhance your communication and speak fluently. So let me tell you, in this video I'm not only going to tell you how you should practice, but I'm also going to give you a blueprint and how much time you should devote, and along with that I will also give you some very important English conversation practice topics, and you can use all these topics. So friends, today I'm gonna give you a 60-minute practice method you can use. I'll show you step by step how you can practice effectively and improve your spoken English. So the problem is that nowadays it's quite confusing, isn't that? Because you watch so many videos by some experts, they tell you to do this, do that, but you would not get any kind of clarity that how much time you should devote and how you should go ahead and how you should break it up step by step. But do not worry, in my video I'll show you step by step how much time you should devote for practicing, and I'll give you a breakup of time also so that you can understand how much time you have to devote and how you can practice effectively. So get started with the first important technique you should use to practice. As you see on your screen, at first you have to select simple topics of your choice to practice, and as you see the duration should be somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. You must be wondering what sort of simple topics I should choose. Don't worry about that, I'll give you some simple topics, and apart from that you can also select some simple topics of your choice also. So let's discuss some simple topics you can use regularly to practice at least for 5 to 10 minutes. As you see, you can first describe your parents, as you see my parents. Apart from that, you can describe your brother, your sister, and again we can see another simple topic. You can also describe your room, that is the room where you live, my room, and your hobbies. All these simple topics I have given to you, and you can use all these simple practice topics and at least try to speak for 5 to 10 minutes. I understand initially it would be difficult for you to go up to 10 minutes. So that's why I have mentioned the minimum duration should be 5 minutes. At least try to practice for 5 minutes. Speak on these simple topics for 5 minutes and gradually increase your time and go up to 10 minutes. So that is the first technique you should apply, and try to select simple topics of your choice and practice. Let me also show you how to do it so that you can understand. Suppose you are going to describe your father. As you see, I have chosen this topic, my father. So you can start like this way, just to make you understand how you can practice. You start with your father. As you see, my father's name is, then you mention your father's full name. Then you can describe his profession. He is a software engineer. He works for a reputed private firm. So like this way you continue. Then you talk about his qualities. He is quite industrious. Industrious means very hardworking. So you have learned a new word here, industrious. So you can use this word. Then you can describe him, give his physical description. He is tall and his complexion is fair. So like this way, in a very simple way, using the simple present tense, you can start practicing simple topics of your choice. As per your comfort, you can choose topics and practice regularly for 5 to 10 minutes. Initially start and practice for 5 minutes. Maybe it would be difficult to go up to 10 minutes initially. So practice for 5 minutes and slowly increase your time and go up to 10 minutes. So I'm quite sure you have understood So up next, let's turn our attention to the second technique you should apply. As you see, the second technique is to use the simple present tense and the simple past tense to practice initially. In here, you should try and practice at least up to 5 to 10 minutes. As I have already mentioned, initially it might be difficult for you to go up to 10 minutes. So try to practice for 5 minutes. Use the simple present tense and use the simple past tense initially. Choose topics, and I have already given you some examples. I have given some topics already where you can use the simple present tense and describe and speak, like your parents, your brother, sister, your room, hobbies. Here I'll also give you some topics on which you can speak and you can use the simple past tense. So let's see some topics which you can use to practice the simple past tense. So as you see, the topics are on your screen. The first is, you can describe your last weekend. What did you do last weekend? What happened? Where did you go? Whom did you meet? So like this way you will be able to practice the use of the simple past tense. And as I already mentioned, in this particular technique, you have to try and use the simple present tense and the simple past tense initially. Do not try to use other tenses. Try to stick to these two tenses initially, and there is a reason behind it, because the simple present tense and the simple past tense use frequently in spoken English. So try to start with these two tenses. So I'm quite sure you have understood the first topic which you can use and practice the use of the simple past tense. And the next topic is also on your screen. You can also describe your last summer vacation. What happened? Where did you go? It can be your winter vacation also. Or you can also describe the last movie. Also describe the last movie you have watched. So that is also a very interesting way to practice the simple past tense. So like this way you have to try and practice for 5 to 10 minutes. You have to use the simple present tense and the simple past tense. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, I'm going to move on to the third important technique you should use, that is on your screen. You have to stand in front of the mirror and practice. Here also you have to try and practice for 5 to 10 minutes. Initially it would be difficult for you to continue up to 10 minutes. Do not worry, practice at least for 5 minutes initially. Again, you must be wondering how I'll practice. So the idea behind is to face someone. So the hesitation which you face or the issues come because you slightly feel hesitant to speak to someone. So when you stand in front of the mirror, you see your own image in the mirror, and that helps you to make yourself interactive. You tend to assume that you are speaking to someone, and that's going to help you immensely to overcome your hesitation and improve your confidence level. You will see your own image in the mirror and try to speak naturally. Again, you can start with some basic topics. You can introduce yourself the way you introduce to others. Assume that you are introducing to someone and you have to look at your image and then introduce yourself. Give yourself introduction. Apart from that, you can choose other simple topics, like you can describe your family, a memorable incident in your life, just standing in front of mirror facing the image you are seeing in the mirror. So I'm quite sure it's clear, and it's going to help you immensely to overcome the hesitation, overcome any other problems you have, like lack of confidence, and do it at least for 5 to 10 minutes. As I already mentioned, try at least for 5 minutes initially, and then slowly increase the time and go up to 10 minutes, and do it regularly. So up next, let's focus on the fourth technique which is on your screen. You have to read aloud. You have to read blogs, articles, short paragraphs, and then you have to summarize them. So take a short paragraph or take a very interesting article in English or a blog. Read loudly so that you can listen what you're reading. Okay, it should come in your own ears. Read it loudly for 2-3 minutes and then try to summarize that information, okay, in your own words. And that time, do not see that particular paragraph. So I'm quite sure it's clear. It's a very effective way. It's going to help you out to absorb the content, absorb the things which you see, and in your subconscious mind it would be absorbed and you will be able to speak, and it's going to help you in the longer run to become a confident speaker. And try to do it regularly read aloud blogs, articles, short paragraphs, and summarize them regularly without seeing them. Okay, and do it at least for 5 to 10 minutes. So up next we will focus on the fifth technique, which is on your screen, that is try to participate in telephonic conversation in English. I'm quite sure you haven't heard of this. This is a very tested technique. I have given this method to so many students, which from my experience, let me tell you that they have got immensely benefited, because spoken English is all about application. It's not that you read and develop your spoken English. It does not happen like this way. You have to apply yourself, right? So application is important. So how to apply? So this is another way to apply yourself. You have to try to overcome that hesitation. You have to speak to others in English, right? So start participating in small telephonic conversations in English and try to do it for 5 to 10 minutes. Again, initially it would be difficult to continue for 10 minutes. So do it for 5 minutes, 4 minutes initially. So again, you must be wondering whom to call and what to say. Don't worry, here also I'll suggest you how to do it. First of all, you can inform a friend who is also interested to speak in English, who is also learning. Call that friend up and fix up a time that every day you will speak to that person once in English. Call that friend and speak to that friend over the phone and try to speak in English. Talk about the basic things, what's happening, what you have done, okay, what's going on, what he's planning to do. Talk about the simple things and converse for 5 to 10 minutes. Or you can call a relative also, like this way. You can make an arrangement with a relative who is interested to communicate in English, or maybe interested to help you. Try to interact with that person regularly for 5 to 10 minutes. Or you can also call customer care department of your network provider or your internet provider or any other customer care department, and you can discuss the problems. Maybe you are facing a problem, you can share your problem in English. Take this opportunity. Suppose your internet is not working, simply dial up the customer care department and speak to the customer care executive in English, and prepare that before that what you are going to say. Think about the problem. Maybe your internet speed is slow, so tell him that this is the problem you are facing. Try to strike a conversation like this. So this is going to help you immensely. I'm quite sure no one has suggested this technique to you before, so it is very unique and very effective. Apart from that, you can also make a telephonic inquiry about a product or service. This is another way. Suppose you want to buy a product, or just for curiosity, you have seen a product, you want to know more about the product, and you see the phone number is given where you can call and inquire. Simply dial up the number and inquire about the product. Try to know about the product in details, ask questions, let the person speak, get involved in a conversation, try to strike a good conversation. Or it can be related to a service also. So like this way you can practice your spoken English effectively and try to do it for 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm quite sure you'll see the difference. And the last technique you should apply is on your screen, that is you have to watch short videos in English and summarize them. Like the way I have already mentioned, you have to read articles, blogs, and then you have to summarize them without seeing. Similarly, you have to watch short videos in English, good meaningful videos having good content. Watch those videos and then summarize them. Do not take a long video, take a short video. Length should be around 4 to 5 minutes. Take those videos, watch, and then try to summarize it, and try to do it for 5 to 10 minutes regularly, right? Again, initially it would be difficult to continue for 10 minutes. Do it for 5 minutes and gradually increase up to 10 minutes. So friends, today I gave you a comprehensive method, and I have given you some scientific techniques to practice your overall spoken English, and you can practice every day using all these techniques effectively for 50 to 60 minutes. Devote the allocated time I have shown and practice. So friends, I'm quite sure you have understood how you can practice, and these are the best spoken English practice steps you will ever get. Try to use them, and obviously do not forget to comment below. And I'm quite sure you have also enjoyed this video like my other videos. So it is my earnest request to all of you to get this type of informative video on spoken English practice tips and techniques. Do not forget to subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon. So stay tuned for further informative videos, and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.